Alright, welcome to Fishing Sim. Lee Carvalho's Fishing Challenge. I don't know if anyone's here yet, so I'm not going to talk through the title screens quite yet. Yes. Oh no, I'm Craig, you're going to like this. I'm actually streaming Deadly Premonition. Oh, but hold on. Let me update myself here. Give me 1 second, sorry. I'm an idiot.
Oh. Yep.
You're not? Sea Gold, I always assumed you were. Sorry, pal. You're not? Sea Gold, I always assumed you were. Sorry, pal.
It's dangerous to run around here, boys.
Grandpa, hurry! Hurry up! Grandpa, you're too slow!
Sorry, pal.
It's dangerous to run around here, boys.
Okay. Now we should know. We are playing Deadly Premonition. Give me one other second, actually. Now we should know. We are playing Deadly. This is a really high quality video so far. I'm super excited too. Oh, hello, man. I got Donald, I got Goku Naruto, I got Sea Gold, who's not Craig Goldstein, but I'm happy he's here. Even if I've been mistaking him, I'm actually extra happy he stuck around, even though I was getting his name wrong.
Previously during the investigation, these puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Welcome to Greenwood. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
Hope everyone's excited to meet George Woodman. We met him last time. I don't think a lot of people watched the second stream, but George's mustache was a real big hit in the first stream. Alright, so here's what I'd like to do. I would like to fish. There's a little stream out here. Got our fishing rod. There's been a murder. You know, we're supposed to be making sure that the town is safe, catching who's responsible, but you know, in the meantime, it seems only right that we'd get some fishing done. And it's only 10:17. Got plenty of time. Somehow I gotta get around this. There we go. Self-care is radical. What I'm hoping, of course, is that I don't end up ruining the case or anything by going fishing. But from what I hear from people, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, if you guys have played this game, what I hear is that you can't really screw it up too bad. At least this early. I can always go on a different day, that kind of thing. So let's catch some fish off this dock. What? Ugh. Well. All There we go. That's how the police would do it. Yeah, people told me to kind of focus on the submissions before I got too far started on the main mission, which seems like a good idea. All right. Oh. I thought I could reel it a little bit. Thanks, man. It is exactly like Twin Peaks. I'm assuming it will, Did I get anything? Ugh. I'm assuming that since it is Twin Peaks, the murderer will just be some sort of demon that I can't possibly understand. That's infecting one of the members of the town. What? Oh, this game is so ridiculous. Oh yeah, you should totally watch Twin Peaks. It's good. I actually haven't watched the whole thing. I'm one of those people who stopped after the Laura Palmer case. I hear that it gets really good after a little while, but there was a really kind of irritating subplot about, I don't know, aliens and the one kid's dad and stuff, so... Oh, I didn't do it. But I hear it gets great after that, so I'll probably give it a shot again at some point. The Laura Palmer stuff is fantastic, though. It's really fun. And if you like this stream at all, if you like this game, Twin Peaks is basically what this game is. Alright, we'll only fish a little bit. I'm realizing this is not exactly riveting television. What? Ugh. This is terrible. I'm starting to wonder if this fishing game is any good. Yeah, the White Lodge stuff, it felt like David Lynch wasn't really trying, like his heart wasn't super into it. Which, I mean, is projecting in a certain way. I think it's, like, tough, because the Laura Palmer stuff was so good. And such a fun, like, push to the end. I don't know how they would have actually, like... Oh, I think I get it now. Alright, I'm gonna try one more time to make sure I get it. And then you guys don't have to watch me fish anymore. Is that right? I didn't know that. It doesn't shock me, I guess. It doesn't surprise me that Lynch wouldn't want to be on for more than one season. Insofar as... I mean, he's kind of like a... You know, you can't really keep an auteur in the... And I don't mean that as a value judgment one way or the other about Lynch, but kind of his, like, style of filmmaking is auteurism, and it strikes me that he probably wouldn't be very interested in staying on something for a bunch of seasons, you know? Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if Lynch would be okay if you just did, like, Fire Walk with Me or something like that and left it at that. He's not really a television guy. Alright. Well, I think we fished this spot dry. But look, there's another one. And there's a medal there. That's exciting. It's 10:36. We should totally get going to the police station after this, but I do want to see what's over here too. Oh yeah, for sure. I think Lynch is like, so Donald pointed out that Lynch seems like a guy who gets bored of an idea really fast, and I think that's right. Like for sure, he just kind of does what he wants for a little while and then gets sick of it. You can see that in his films even, you know? Like, it's not as if he he's super interested in drawing out like completely full plots or anything like that either. He's totally okay if you just, you know, leave stuff up to the imagination. That's my fear with this game a little bit. I think it's like a pretty smart game in a lot of ways, and I kind of hope they don't, you know, fall into the Lynch model that way. But if they do, that's fine too. I can't wait to see like the optimum fishing rods I'm gonna get, like the titanium rod or whatever. As an avid Stardew Valley fan, you know, I'm just happy they're doing this in another. Oh, I got some bullets. I guess I'll take it. That is how it works. Okay, cool. So let's go to town and try and solve this mystery. So for those of you who haven't been here, this game is definitely just like a murder mystery game in a lot of ways. I guess in some ways like similar to that Clock Tower feel, where it's not quite an American procedural, and then also not quite like not an American procedural. I don't know how to say it. I love that it comes up with the sign. Someone was pointing out that the game is like super interested in being like kind of like self-conscious as a video game, and I think that's right. And I think obviously catching a sign of bullets is it's a pretty clear indication. But yeah, it's this weird sort of like mix. There's clearly a Japanese cultural influence that makes it not quite an American procedural, but as was pointed out in chat, the game's obviously based on Twin Peaks. There's like no subtext there at all. So I don't know, it's like a weird instance where, you know, you got, I don't know how to say it. You have a clear cultural reference, but also you are moving away from it at any given time, right? This probably isn't making too much sense, but maybe another way of saying it would be you have the clear cultural reference of Twin Peaks, but Twin Peaks is kind of in the end an American reference. Any sort of like translation of it gets a little strange, and so as a result, like, you get all the quirks of Twin Peaks insofar as like, oh, also if you missed last time, the driving in this game is horrible, which is funny. But
So, Zach, about those bonus features in DVDs nowadays. You know, the ones from the 80s have almost no bonus material. Even if they do, it's a trailer and the visual quality is pretty bad. Well, that visual quality is a good reminder of those days. So many new audio and visual appliances were coming out back then. Do you remember the first video deck we bought? We bought it to record one of the Star Wars movies on TV. And remember when that video store opened, we spent hours there, just trying to find a good movie to rent. There weren't that many to choose from back then. I remember renting some really bad ones after reading those back cover taglines. Hey, remember? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Filmed in 1978.
It's a good movie, man.
Produced, directed, written, and edited by John DeBello. It was really awful, but for some reason I still remember it pretty well. It had so many sequels, and the original was re-released in '95. The 87-minute-long theatrical release bumped up to a whopping 90 minutes. But that was around the time I joined the Bureau. I never have a chance to see it.
I know, Zach. Once this case is over, we can watch it together.
I bet we can buy a copy on the internet pretty easily.
Wow, this is really hard to drive. Oh, and there's gas. Oh my god. So yeah, I mean, one of the things about this game that's really interesting is that it takes the sort of stuff that Dale Cooper does in Twin Peaks, particularly in terms of like being persnickety about everything and, you know, having quirks and stuff, and it takes that and turns it into like a really like deeply specific sim where you can wash your suit and get particular cups of coffee, and everything is a quick time action. It's very strange. A quick time event, excuse me. All right, now we're on the right track. We're gonna get to the a diner. Alfred's General Store. Wonder if I can. All right. Check out the town, everyone. Let's see what we're looking at here. Again, it's only 10:52. We're not so bad. Can I even go in here? Did I stop for nothing? The graphics are so bad. Oh boy. Yep, I stopped for nothing. All right. So yeah, I mean, I think in some ways what you're seeing in this game is like an attempt to translate Twin Peaks, which, I mean, I don't know, by its very nature it doesn't work, right? But, and here's where I'll sound like a real, I don't know, real academic, I guess. But in some ways the fact that it doesn't work makes it work even better, which is to say, Twin Peaks is so weird that, oops, card. Twin Peaks is so weird that actually doing it legibly makes it worse, or at least makes any sort of translation of it worse. That this doesn't work, or that this is kind of just like a strange experiment, I don't know, makes it much more fun, makes it much more interesting to play. All right. So what does everyone think? Should I go straight to the police station, or should I check out some more of these houses? Any recommendations? Any thoughts? Oops. I'm actually kind of interested in this house up here.
Speaking of 80s movies, one jewel in the rough springs to mind. Deadly Spawn. Do you remember that one, Zach?
You got it. I'll do it.
Directed by Douglas McCown. Right. It was filmed pretty cheap, but still it was pretty good. The monster design...
Oh, man.
Zach, we'll finish our chat later. Let's take a walk around here.
I thought he was done. I'm sorry, everyone. Let's peek in. This is exciting. I'm excited. Chat got a little quiet. I hope it wasn't too rambly for everyone. It's nice. Nice house. Not much to tell. Sweet, I got some money for being nosy. What's in there? Let's see what's in the mail. Ooh, someone mailed some bullets. Alright, and now I can peek in here. Alright. See what's going on in this room. So I think we'll check the other house and then run over to the general store. Oh, nice. There's some takeout. Some jackets. Looking good. Oh man, the sleep is in here too. So yeah, like gas, sleep, making sure your clothes are clean, shaving, showering. It's all sort of like this weird. I don't know how much it's going to play into the game. Maybe you guys know and I don't. Um, it's just such this interesting, I don't know, interesting mix of like detective and sim, right?
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out? We're supposed to go through Anna Graham's file at the sheriff's office, but if you want to act on a hunch, then I'm with you.
Let's check out all these houses. A legend worm. TV. Beautiful kitchen though. You know, this is like the open floor plan you want. The TV is definitely changing the idea of the space. You wanna buy that house. All right. I'm totally gonna get obsessed with catching these fish. I'm gonna have to do that off stream. No one's gonna want to watch me catch fish. Nor should they. Wait, that's where I just peeked, I think, right? Yeah. Alright, nothing more to see here. We can go get a sandwich at the general store and then right over to the police station. That's what I think. Hey, dude. Good to see you on feed. You'll forgive me if I don't quite know what to say to you all. It's really cool though that you're watching. It makes this, it's actually like an unbelievable amount of fun to sort of not perform, but I don't know, play with an audience. It's a bit of an expectation, which is kind of weird. Whoa.
Zach, picking up from where we left off, speaking of 80s movies, one jewel in the rough springs to mind. Deadly Spawn.
I want to listen to this
Do you
whole
remember that one,
conversation
Zach?
this time.
Back in '83, directed by Douglas McCown. Right, it was filmed pretty cheap, but still it was pretty good. The monster design with the mouth
Oh,
crammed
boy.
full of teeth, I loved it. So many delicious B-movie cliches. Did you know that they made a sequel? But I never got to see the sequel. The rental store didn't have it for some reason. They said the staff for the sequel was totally different from the original. Wonder how the sequel turned out. You know, the monster in that one responded to sound.
Wait, Zach. Sounds a lot like the movie Tremors.
I think that one was back in '89, directed by Ron Underwood. Now that was a great role for Kevin Bacon. Masterpiece.
Zach, that one had sequels like crazy. I remember there was a fourth one. I've only seen the first one, though.
Tremors was one of the first movies that I saw that actually scared me. It's not really a scary movie. It's more of a funny movie, I know. But when I was a kid, I watched it and it terrified me, and I didn't know what to do with myself. It was at Thanksgiving, and I was terrified on the way home, and my parents had to calm me down. It was a bad scene, man. I'm pretty sure I can watch it now and enjoy it. Check it out, the diner. Oh man, excellent. We're gonna go meet the locals and have some pie. Just like Dale Cooper. And then after that, off to the police station. We'll get some information. I'm glad that Tremors 3 just takes the pretense of being scary just completely off the table. Ass blasters. Not fault. Oh, so it's the killer. Okay. Suspect. Nice. Hi, can we talk?
Hey, I'm working here. You can't just stroll into a chef's kitchen.
Then perhaps you would give me your permission to enter.
No, get the hell out of here.
Zach, everyone has their own sanctuary. Let's leave him in his.
So nice. It's our safe space, everyone.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. And you are?
Olivia. Olivia Cormack.
I don't think Olivia did it.
Olivia. Now that's a lovely name.
Do you
Let's see.
think so?
Who we think did
You're
it?
the only one who's ever said that other than my father and Nick.
Oh, it's a very good name. You should be proud of it. There's that famous singer, too, isn't there? From the 70s? She's actually from England, but she's got this really strong image of being an American pop singer.
Huh?
That's it. Olivia Newton-John. You know of her, right? She's not only a successful singer, she's successful as an actress, too. Personally, I
writing is
really liked
so
Xanadu
good.
back in 1980. She played a cute fairy and just looked amazingly stunning. It's hard to believe she was 32 at the time. Right, Zach?
Sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Really? That's a shame. You should watch it when you get a chance. You'll learn to love your name.
Oh. Okay.
Good talk.
So, Olivia, do you know anything about Anna that might be helpful to me?
Oh, she was a bright and lovely girl.
So good.
I can't
It's like
believe
perfect dialogue.
Did she ever look worried or anxious?
No, not really. I can't believe it, really. I'm never going to see her again, am I? She was here with us, so happy and energetic just a few days ago. She and I, we were getting all excited over some new dessert.
Thank you, then. If you remember anything else,
Should have asked about the
let me know.
dessert. Francis, ask about the dessert. I wonder if I can talk to her again, or if that's kind of not something you can do. Let's find out.
Hi there.
Yeah, let's buy something. Cornbread, roast turkey, clam chowder, omelet containing fried rice, weird. Onion rings. Let's do some clam chowder, man. Yeah. It's so good. We were actually talking a little bit about this the other day, or when we were streaming the other day, that game is like Silent Hill if Silent Hill weren't scary but weird. Like it's sort of like it's weird and like quirky instead of weird and like terrifying. Sweet. The best trading card. Alright, let's see if there's anything back here. Anything? Oh, nice. Man, I am getting trading cards everywhere. This is going real well. And then we're gonna save. It's gonna be good, everyone. My favorite thing about this game so far is that the detective Francis York Morgan that you're playing as talks as if like, or is like talking like he's an alien just trying to like learn how to be a human. I really appreciate the choice that went into that. Like, just like this guy needs to be completely uh, completely not like a person. We need to make our main character as little like a human as possible. So I mentioned this on Twitter, but I don't, and I mean, you'll forgive me if it's, gauche to mention it on here. I'm trying to drive my car. I'm really I'm not sure how I should be doing tips or monetizing this kind of stuff, or if I even should. It's like an open question to me. I have my Patreon link down there, but I'm wondering if I should just be doing PayPal, or whether I should be I don't know.
Oh, Zach, we're here. Let's continue our chat later.
If you guys have any suggestions, if for whatever reason you'd like to do PayPal or Venmo or whatever, let me know. Obviously, I'm doing this because it's fun, so no need
That's
to pay
one
me.
fine building for such a small town. The exterior woodwork is spectacular. Don't you agree, Zach?
Do you guys remember when in Twin Peaks there was a building just like this? I do. Oh, it's that guy from the bar that was crying at the beginning.
Pleasure to meet you, Agent Morgan. We've been expecting you. I'm Thomas McLean, the sheriff's assistant.
It's like a dummy.
FBI Special Agent Francis York
Marionette
Morgan.
or something.
Please just call me York. It's what everyone else calls me.
Very well then, Agent York.
I believe I owe you a thank you for retrieving my belongings from my car. Thanks.
Oh, no, just doing my job.
Good call, dude. Thank you.
I want to help do everything I can to help the investigation. I just can't believe Anna was murdered. She was such a bright and lovely girl.
Did you know her well?
Well, no, not really. But it's a very small town. I'm sorry. It's just that this is the first really big case I've ever seen.
This guy's definitely the murderer. That's my theory.
I understand. Just try to relax. Can I have a look at Anna's file now?
Yes, of course. The sheriff told me to let you through to the meeting room, but I've lost the key to the cabinet where the files are. Why don't you take a look around while I go look for it?
Okay. Let me know when things are ready.
Sweet.
Zach, Thomas appears to be the kind and sensitive type, totally at odds with the monarch. Almost a good setting for a cartoon.
I also like that they took the FBI agent and made him just a guy that all the people playing the game would totally relate to. Who loves cartoons and stuff. B movies. Tea service. There's Emily. I would really like to get that George card. I think it's back in here. Yeah, no, it's the bad thing about me is, oh, it's not a George card, it's just George. The bad thing about me is I'm not incredibly good at video games. I just kind of play weird ones and have weird ideas about them, which probably isn't a good method to make money.
George, do you work out every day?
Of course, Agent Morgan. Exercise keeps me healthy. I haven't missed a day since I started in high school.
Now that's impressive. Remind me to get more exercise, Zach.
But I can't do my full routine today without Arnold. I haven't seen Arnold around since yesterday.
Arnold.
He's a training buddy of mine. His partner Sylvester misses him too. If you see Arnold around, let me know, will ya? Can't finish my workout menu without him.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out for him.
Yes, absolutely. I'll start that. Sweet. Oh, cool. Aw, man, sweet. Look at all these side missions. That's the stuff. That's good stuff, man. It's like exactly what I want to do with my time, actually. I love side missions. And that's why everyone comes to watch my stream. I just like I don't think I understand what streaming is about. And I think that's a good example, what Goku Naruto said. I think it's like a good example that I'm just never going to get it. Which is why I could just kind of have fun and enjoy myself with my friends. That's fine. I just like, I can't even imagine screaming about video games. I mean, I can imagine it actually.
Hi.
I don't want to do it though. Man, you just ratted him out. It's pretty crummy of York. I think probably what I'll end up doing is just enjoying streaming as part of the video drone thing in general. That's probably the best way to do it. And it actually, like, it doesn't make me feel like garbage. Asking you all for money while I, you know, just play a video game and have you watch me. That seems a little rude on some level. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned or I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna try it.
We're going into the other room. We're going slowly. We're walking around. We're looking for Arnold.
No, the ASMR was not good. I don't think it worked. But I think it was a really smart idea.
Zach, we found Arnold. Let's get him back to George.
I guess it's a cute name for a dumbbell.
I think my problem with streaming is I don't actually even know the audiences. Like, I know sort of video games, but streaming is just kind of like a... I don't know. It's just totally different for me. Maybe that's my problem. I just need to actually learn. Huh. Gray squirrel keys. Alright. Let's open it up, see what's in here. A trading card in there. Oh yeah, no, I could be the Ira Glass of video games. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. I mean, I have to do the Ira Glass voice for an hour or for 40 minutes or however long I'm streaming, which is exciting. That would be a totally exciting thing to do. I'm gonna go give what's his name back his dumbbell, because baby, I love side quests. The gray squirrel is just a giant gray squirrel you can drive. It's one of the best perks of this game.
George, I found Arnold.
Really?
Please.
He was a bit hard-headed, but I got him to come back.
Oh, please, though, yes. Oh, good old George.
Oh, Arnold. Well done, Agent Morgan. Now I can work out using my normal workout menu.
Good to hear that.
Huh? Here's a little something to show you my appreciation.
What'd I get? $500. I hope it was $500. Oh, sweet, it was a trading card.
So
I'll
that
take
makes
it.
us even. I don't owe you anything, and you don't owe me anything. No changes to how we work together. Just bear that in mind.
Zach,
He needs some friends who aren't so dumb.
That's really good. Oh, good. That got me an achievement. I'm glad. That was definitely the sort of difficult thing that I need to get an achievement for, or else, you know, I just can't go through the trouble. There's Emily. Alright, that's the kitchen. Let's go to the locker room. See what awaits us in here. I like this police station. Oh, yeah, I don't need to. Long-tailed flying squirrel keys. Okay, so now I can fly with the squirrel. Jeez, this is exciting. These keys I'm finding. Good thing it closed. I really don't want George knowing that I've been in his locker. Seems like I could get in a lot of trouble for that. Check the storage room. I love that these doors aren't locked. This is great. Do you think Thomas is supposed to have like a sexuality attached to him? There's sort of like a... I actually can't tell. I have no idea. Man, there's a lot of squirrels here. And honestly, I'm not sure. Like, if Thomas does have a sexuality attached to him or not, it doesn't really so much matter to me. His character just doesn't seem very well developed at this point. But, I don't know what the game is trying to tell me. If it's trying to give me some sort of suggestion, or whether I'm just putting that in there for it. Good question, Morgan. Okay, Thomas is down there, so let's check this door over here before I go. The material room. Man, I'm gonna find so many keys. Oh, that's where he was. Wow. Well, there's nothing in here I need yet, quite yet. I don't think. You know, just for... Yeah, you'd think they don't need all this storage. This is kind of a... I hope this one has something in it. I'm going to feel really upset if it doesn't. This really offends my sensibilities a lot. If you have storage, you should be using it. Hey, since we were talking about streaming and you guys were helping me out in understanding it, can you tell me about why people show their face while they're gaming? I can't imagine that's appealing. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe if I had more sex appeal or something, that would be kind of like, I don't know, interesting on some level. But like, it doesn't make sense to me. Good stuff, guy. I can go in here too. Wow, everything's open. What do we got here in the basement? Is this the morgue? No, it's the holding cells. Sure, something creepy's gonna happen down here. Oh, that's good. I'm glad there's like actually a scare cam in streaming. Maybe I'll add that when I play scary games. Like I have Outlast to play, and I guess Amnesia. So maybe I'll play those and add some body comedy. It's so depressing. I hope you guys are watching this stream because it's fun and not because you feel like you need human connection, because, well, you know what, that's not fair. If you guys are watching because you need human connection, I'm glad I'm helping. I'm glad I can provide some of that, even if I feel like I'm a pretty rough, rough facsimile. Wish I could talk to these jailbirds. Sweet, more keys. This is gonna be so good. Thomas is gonna be so pleased when I bring him all these keys. I don't know why Thomas lost all the keys everywhere. I'm worried that Thomas is gonna lose his job, everyone. I think mainly what I'm gonna stream about in this game is my various concerns and feelings for these characters. Because I gotta say, so far they're eliciting a lot of feelings from me. I feel very bad for a lot of them. I feel very vexed by a lot of them. Alright. Oh, a shooting range. Cool. Ah, sweet. I get to play the shooting range. This is great. Oh, I don't get to play the shooting range. I get to take the striped squirrel keys. I can't believe that didn't work. Oh look, I got this sickle from fishing. That's exciting. Yeah, the opening door trick. Alright, let's go check on Thomas. See if I can give him all his keys back. An inner strength. Boy, I found a lot of keys. He didn't really explain which one.
You found the key.
I think so. Is this it?
Is it? Let's see.
You don't know your squirrels, do you? This isn't the right key holder. This is a Siberian flying squirrel. It's closer to a land-based squirrel. The Siberian flying squirrel is larger than the southern flying squirrel and has a standing tail while the southern has a hanging tail. But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
You sure do know a lot about squirrels.
Okay, I didn't actually know we were looking for that. I guess I should have gotten the quest before I, Alright, let's see, southern. Maybe it's this one.
You found the key.
That's the right one?
Too bad. This is an educational podcast stream. Look how pleased he is.
Yes, a southern flying squirrel. Thank you so much. I'll bring the files right in, so please go to the meeting room.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you.
I should have given him all the
Well,
squirrel
Zach,
keys
we
so
just
we
got
learned
here
a lot
and we've
more.
cracked a big case already.
But you know what? I'm not here to learn about squirrels. I'm here to learn about murders.
The victim's name was Anna Graham. Age 18, she just recently graduated from high school this year. Her dream was to move out to the city and become a model. But for the time being, she was working in the A&G diner here in town. She lived with her mother, Sally. Anna's father died in an accident in the lumber mill when she was a child.
Oh, see, so it's not like Twin Peaks.
Her mother is unemployed and lives on the insurance money from her husband's accident. After all, it's a small town with a low cost of living. Financially, they seemed to get by fine, and they led normal lives.
A normal life is exactly what a curious teenager doesn't want. It's all starting to make sense, Zach.
I don't know, man. I don't see it.
City folk, huh? No, I take that back. All of them can't be as bad as him, and some should have better manners.
Huh. This is a good biscuit. I've never tasted a biscuit this delicious. Where in town can I get these?
Well, actually, I baked them myself.
That's amazing. What are you doing in law enforcement? I'm very particular about biscuits, I'll have you know. The balance of milk and butter you've achieved here. Oh, my.
Agent Morgan, the autopsy's ready. You are welcome to accompany me to the Greenvale General Hospital. Emily, you come too. Thomas, stay here and tidy up these files.
Yes, sir.
We're going to use the car outside. Let's get going. You might think this is just a small-town police investigation, but our inspections are thorough and solid. I'm hoping you won't slow us down.
I love the music in this game. I also really like the fact that York really loves food so much. That's been a real plus for me in this game. I also like that clearly they're just making Thomas out to be nervous. There's no sort of sexuality there. He's almost like a... Man, I don't know what to say. There could be sexuality there, but there's like... I guess I'm only glad because it's become clear what he's doing in the game, like what the sort of affectations are supposed to be. The graphics are kind of rough in this game to the point that
the Greenvale General Hospital is down the road by the lake. It's too far to walk. Come on, get in the car.
If I'm riding in a car, George, I prefer to be the driver. Can you provide a car for me?
What are you talking about? You don't even know how to get there.
Which is another good reason for me to drive, George. I need to learn my way around town.
Oh, man. Very well. Then I'll ride with you. I want to keep an eye on you.
Fair enough.
Just one thing, Agent Morgan. Your involvement in this case is limited. That means you don't have to learn your way around town.
George, we'd better get moving. The hospital closes at 2100.
All right. So I'm getting a little tired. I don't want to necessarily... Oops. Oh. Oh, that's my mistake. Okay, so I can't save right now. That's all right. We'll talk to George. Let's see what he has to say. I'll talk to Emily. Let's see what she has to say. And then the next chance I get to save, I'm going to do that, okay? Hope everyone's cool with that.
Agent Morgan, get us there quickly, but drive within the speed limit. Just because you have a badge doesn't mean you can drive like a maniac.
George, what are you, his mother?
We just need to get the autopsy results.
Agent York isn't accustomed to the town yet. Give him a little slack.
I will leave when the game says I will.
Well then, Agent York, let's get going.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So I need to turn on the windshield wipers. Oh boy. Seems like the detectives won't let me. Oh boy. Backing up in this car is a nightmare. But it seems like the detectives don't really want me to dilly-dally. So what we'll do is we will...
Agent Morgan, I can't help noticing you prefer to work alone.
Most of the time, yes.
Don't you get lonely, flying all over the country alone?
I must say I've never felt lonely.
Are you married?
Unfortunately, relationships and I are fleeting strangers. I don't get on very well with women, you might be surprised to hear.
That's because you're young. You notice things like that at my age. You have to treat women carefully, like a thin crystal wine glass. If you don't, they can cut scars on your face, just like yours, right?
George, is this an interrogation? I see you're a seasoned professional. But let's not talk about my scar. It was caused by a problematic woman.
Well, she got you good. Terribly good.
It'll fade away, and nobody will notice it in a week.
A week? It's not that light of a wound.
So, Emily, tell me, is there really a need for a full-time sheriff in a small town like this?
I'm sure it is small to your city eyes, but any gathering of people leads to all kinds of problems. Fights, runaways, stray pets.
You're too fixated on violent crimes. Our job is to guide the people along the correct path, first and foremost. Now, that's what I consider to be my duty as the sheriff of Greenvale.
Zach, there he is. The monarch, in all his glory.
That's funny.
Kind of makes me glad that I wasn't born here.
Did you say something, Agent Morgan?
No, nothing, George. I was just reflecting on a little history.
Well, we're in the middle of a homicide investigation. Keep your mind on the matter at hand.
Okay, which right now is driving.
I really like that he keeps coming back to the idea of him as a monarch. It's gonna be really hard to keep all the subplots in my mind because the main plot is so fun. Like it's I really like all the characters so much. We'll see. There we go. Now we're on the highway. Now we did it. Alright, great. Yeah, I like that I can just kind of drive on any end of the road, like, do whatever I want, and despite George's concern with my, like, use of the speed limit, there's no real, I really don't ever get in trouble for, like, being a complete screw-up of a driver. That's pretty exciting, actually. I gotta assume it's up here. It does curve around, unless I'm mistaken. That would have... Well, I don't need that metal. It's fine.
Well, we're in the middle of...
Oops. Oh, okay, that's not the right direction. Alright, so there are boundaries. Again, I think there's something interesting about thinking about Zach in this game as like a representation of
Well, we're in the middle of a homicide investigation. Keep your mind on the matter at hand.
He's right, Agent York. You still don't know your way around. Concentrate on driving us to the hospital.
Well, he is right about that. That's true. Ooh. Okay, right back in. I'm sure they're not going to be very pleased.
If you're
with me.
wandering off, then we'll go on ahead. We don't have time to mess around.
Okay, I'll meet up with you later.
Agent
What?
York, the hospital closes at 2100. Please make it inside before then.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't mind. I'm actually pretty pleased to, I want to get these tarot cards. I'm a little depressed that I missed out on my George conversation, but that's okay. do what we gotta do. Ugh. Is there like a way to look at the map? Oh, sweet.
Zach, picking up from where we left off. Tremors. I think Fred Ward was in it. You say Fred Ward, and I say Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins. That one was back in '85, I think. Directed by Guy Hamilton. Guess Hamilton was aiming to start a series like 007, but it had no sequels. A real shame. Do you remember the martial arts they used in that film? Called Sinanju? The ultimate in martial arts, using no weapons at all. Remo's Master Chun ran across water, remember? And he loved soap operas. Man, that was a good character. He was played by Joel Grey, the best supporting actor in Cabaret. Of course, in Remo, he had so much makeup on, you couldn't tell.
I love it. Of course, the whole game is us talking about, you know, how this is related to Twin Peaks, or thinking about Kyle MacLachlan, or thinking about this or that or the other thing. And so York's just us too, which is fantastic. Alright, let's do the autopsy then.
Agent Morgan, have you no respect for rules and protocol? We were waiting for you, and now you try to go in by yourself.
Oh, George. I didn't see you in the parking lot, so I thought I'd wait inside.
Just watch it from now on.
Mm-hmm. Basically, Final Fantasy pose there.
I don't like inconsiderate people who think that they're above the rules. And I'm sure I've made this point clear by now.
Calm down, George. He probably just got lost on his way here and rushed in. Right, Agent York? Let's go inside then.
She likes us. There you go.
Hello, Sheriff.
Whoa.
Hi there, Fiona. We're here to see Usha. Do you know where he is?
I think Dr. Johnson is in the computer room.
A computer room? In a hospital?
Nice to meet you, Mr. FBI agent. The computer room is where our employees share a computer.
Very nice to meet you, too. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. But how did you know I was FBI?
Easy. None of the police in this town wear cologne. Besides, that scar on your face is the biggest rumor in town.
Rumors get exaggerated as they spread.
Ursher, man.
Even in the countryside.
He's the ME. Most of
What's
your
that you're reading, if I
most
may ask?
famous soul and R&B
haven't
stars
heard
are
of
in
this
there.
yet?
Drake's in it.
It's a recent bestseller mystery.
Frank
it's set
Ocean's
in
in
the
it.
U.S., a small traditional North American town close to the Canadian border. A peaceful, traditional place. However, that peaceful town is shattered by a terrible crime. The murder of a local
really
girl.
funny.
And that incident causes grief and sadness to everyone in town. But everyone feels the seditious, heinous evil still lurking, alive. Yes, much like the
I
situation
love
right
this.
now here in
The
Greenville.
reference
Fiona, don't say
back
that.
to
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
reference back to
With Anna
Twin
dead
Peaks.
and all.
That
Don't
they're
worry.
referencing Twin Peaks.
Books are written to entertain.
I love it.
It's good you're enjoying it. What we're faced with here is a terrible crime committed in a real world.
So self-aware.
Much different from that of a novel. So there's no need to apologize.
Thank you, Agent York.
All right, talk to Fiona. Huh. It's weird that Fiona doesn't count as a suspect. All right, cool. Well, this is actually a perfect place to save. Save here. All right. We're good. Okay, so we're gonna quit, but I'll be back soon. I'm really, really liking this game more and more as we go along. And I love streaming it because, frankly, that other people are seeing what I'm seeing is, frankly, just like icing on the cake. So thanks everyone. Patreon's in the thing down there, but honestly, if you just want to watch and enjoy, that's fine with me too. I don't know why that came up. All right, I will talk to you soon, and thanks for watching.